Show. I'm Admiral Pegasus. This is the Pegasus Show. It is Tuesday evening here in the UK, around 9:30, just after 9:30 in the evening, and well, yeah, I'm literally not 100% sure what to say about this month so far. But I mean, drop it in the comment section down below as well. What you are thinking about this month. As I made in the announcement in the description for this video, there is going to be no set agenda. So if there's anything you want to discuss, please drop it in the comment section down below and we will talk about it. I also invite people in chat to also, I'm gonna do one of these and just as one of these change my mind meme sort of thing is. So, and my opinion is, the Borg Cube, is it a lemon? Or is it actually, you know, decent? So, I mean, at the minute, my opinion on the Borg Cube, and like I said, this is a change my mind sort of thing with this. Convince me it's good. Because I've been having endless rants with myself. I do talk to myself quite a lot. But I've been having endless rants with myself about the Borg Cube and how it's such a brilliant concept and a smashing idea. But it's a bloody lemon. I mean, you can always trust Scopely to come up with this brilliant idea, fantastic ideas, what the players want, and nerf it from day one. You can always trust them. I mean, the only thing that we can definitely say that they screwed up on for the benefit of the players recently, which is last month, was the Ferengi whip. And they only made it for $50. So, I mean, kudos to Scopely for that one. Absolute kudos to Scopely for screwing that one up on the benefit for the players. And I've just literally watched Rev's video on the whip and the refinery behind it. Didn't realise the pulls were actually so pathetically crap, but I do see a net value to that particular refinery. Now, obviously, I don't have access to that refinery, so we're not going to be able to show that one. But anyway, so just quick jump into the comments. There's a Keith Ellie from Server 201, undefeated in incursions. Congratulations, Keith, and I hope Server 201 does keep that one going. Obviously, we've not had the announcement for incursions at the end of this month, but yeah, I should think it's definitely going to be there. So, hey, Pets, welcome in. And T as well. Actually think the Borg Cube is awesome. Just going to take time to get it up to speed. Yeah, now, T, to be honest, that's exactly what I think too. I mean, mine's only tier 3. And let's call up the details in a minute. And I can upgrade a number of components, but given the cost of going to tier 4, I mean, we're looking here, I've got, 2.4 million at the minute. I'd only be able to do around about 3, maybe 4 components before I actually run out of the flexible alloy. I will get its name right one day. Shape memory alloy, that's the one. So I'd only be able to do a couple of components. So for me, it's a case of just keep grinding it out. And hopefully by the time I get to tier 7, which will most likely be around January time, then maybe tier 7 will be good. But it's a great combat ship. I can't dispute that one. I mean, literally go back out here. You see, I've got the bog standard original grinding crew for a G3 ship and early G4 ships. But what really does my tree in is the cutting beam. Okay. And I'm actually going to put this into a perspective. Now, some sort of I can't even get the words out my mouth. It's that frustrating to me about this. So now I still got the chance to put into Discord, so I will get around to that. I do apologize I've not got it done this week, but I will get it done at some point. Now, is there going to be a player warship in here? Okay, so there's Grand Raven there, flying around with his Borg Cube. I actually want... here we go. It's a level 37 ship, right? A level 37 ship from LW, the Lower Decks Alliance, and it's an Newton, right? Now, for me, what the biggest problem is, now tier 3, you'd kind of expect that maybe around Ops 30, hang on, let me think about the upgrade procedures. Ops 36, right? Tier 3 is around Ops 36. So basically, this ship shouldn't be too much of a problem for me. But if we actually take a look at this guy's hull, I mean, yeah, you can see it there, but let's actually bring the details up on screen. Just over 1 million hull. Now, for me, there is absolutely 0 point me going in a PvP fight with one of these. Now, I do understand the thinking behind it is you don't want Borg cubes flying around shooting players from the other side of the system and one-shotting them. I get it. I totally understand. But let's examine Borg lore. Wolf 359. The Borg sent 1 cube and it smashed up 39 Federation starships. Now, granted, the Federation during the TNG era, they got very complacent. They were doing these luxury liners with families on, and it was like the massive utopia that we dream for in today's society. Granted, we don't have it, but it was like major peace. And yes, fine, they knew the Borg were coming. They were known about it for 18 months, but they still not got anything done. And in the battle, they had ships as old as 80 years old in that fight. Basically, absolutely no match for the Borg. But then you roll it forward, what was it? 66 to 73. So that's what, 7 years? 7 or 8 years? The Borg came back. And they came against a more prepared Starfleet. And the fleet lasted longer because the fleet actually managed to get with the cube all the way back to Earth. And yeah, okay, thanks to Picard knowing a weakness in the Borg cube due to the fact it was damaged, they managed to destroy the Borg cube. And you can argue semantics over tactics. Why send 1 cube against a hostile, against an enemy who you didn't manage to beat last time? You got pretty far, but you didn't beat. And yeah, you only send 1 cube. Now 3 cubes, no questions about it. They would have decimated the Federation fleet and taken over Earth. They would have done it. Star Trek Picard season 3 proved it. An entire fleet of ships was the definitely way round to go about it. Yeah, fine, they took over the young, and yeah, we won't get into that little aspect of it, but tactically wise, the Borg should have sent more ships. But the fact that a single cube came through and pretty much walked over the entire Federation fleet, the Klingon fleets, the Romulan fleets, anything they came across, they just pushed it aside. But yet this Borg cube of ours can barely tickle this Intrepid. It can barely tickle it. Now, bearing in mind that mine is still a tier 3, so which means I do 50,000 against the red hostiles and I do 50,000 against players. But 50,000, so, and we're going to bang a calculator here on this one, because I'm getting the hang of putting the calculator in. So we're looking at 1 million shots divided by 50,000. We're looking at 20 shots against this Newton to beat it. Okay, 20 shots. So No. So I have missed a couple of comments coming through. Don't worry, I will be watching the comments come through, and I will go back through them. So I don't know about the code, but claim all is nice. Yeah, it's a nice ship, and it's a nice concept, and I can't argue with that. But to me, yeah. Now, if you wanted this Borg Cube to not one-shot a player, then yeah. Still make the cutting beam more powerful. I mean, it should be kicking out that much force. I mean, if we actually look at if we can just get rid of that calculator, my DPR at the minute, my DPR is over 500,000, right? So what is wrong with making my cutting beam equal or 50% higher than my DPR? Now, that's going to rip a fair whack off that Intrepid. Means I can go up against it and I'll be all right. I'm not going to take as much damage. I've still got to fight it in normal combat, but I don't have to worry too much about how much damage I'm going to take. So, to me, brilliant concept for the cutting beam, but it really could have done with being improved. So, hey Damien, welcome in. Free-to-play Battle Pass. I've got to Tier 4, almost Tier 5 today. Nice one, T. Well done. Like I said, I'm Tier 3 and I'm working my way through it. The refines have now cut into my morning routine, so that's not a problem for me. But Tier 4, I'm looking particularly not Wednesday morning. Probably Friday morning, I'll be looking at Tier 4, maybe. So, but I mean, let's just have a quick look at the upgrades again. Does it need materials? Yeah, so I mean, materials, I don't know if I've got any uncommons needed for this one. So, I mean, if I have, then I could potentially just wait for the weekend because I am actually looking at going after that SMS again. Given the fact that it was actually not too bad, and I got data out of it, and I got me 50 shards of Picard. I'm actually well over 50 shards, so I don't really need to go as high on that SMS. So I'll be saving my Latinum for that particular run. So, right. Hey, welcome in, Nuts. This is a derelict cube that was bought online using scrap parts and loose weight. Yeah, the cube that we've actually been given in-game is from Picard Season 1. It's the artifact. So... yeah, if you're looking at it from that perspective of why the cutting beam is so weak, then yes, you could potentially use that as an argument to why it's actually weak. But I still say, I'm sure they could have figured out a way to boost its power. There's not even a research to boost it. And then adding into the fact that when you take on players, I don't know about hostiles, I think it's against hostiles as well, you lose 10% for hitting above your weight, above your level. Not above your weight, because I can easily take on level 52 ships with my Newton. I can send my Newton out, and I can smack a level 58 freebooter. Fine, I take a hell of a lot of damage, but using the right crew, I can take on a 58 freebooter, and that's not the crew that I showed off in the data video. So... it's the, well, actually, no, I think I did put I showed up my original crew in there. So, but yeah, but to me, it really could do with a lot more. It was explained in the missions. There is an episode where they recovered Hugh. An episode where they recovered Hugh. Oh, for crying out! I thought I just saw a flash out the window. Somebody's setting off fireworks. Yeah, with Season 1, I've not actually properly watched it. I kept falling asleep for it. That's how entertaining it was. So, but yeah, I will be watching it again at some point. Evening Mag, run an Armada. Yeah, I mean, I can put it in an Armada, not a problem, and see what we got. No risk of using cutting the beam. No, there's no risk. I mean, I've not yet seen any players using the cutting beam against other players. But, I mean, maybe the higher levels, if they got their cube up that high, they probably will punch down at lower level players with the cutting beam because they've got the stronger cutting beam. I mean, a level 90 cutting beam is probably going to rip through my Newton like it was a hot knife through butter. So, but for me, it's not even worth going up against any other players because it just doesn't do the damage. I'm doing far more damage in a straight firefight with them. So, scoping won't increase the beam because then us free-to-play players can actually damage the whales. Yeah, and that's, to me, Damien, right, what is the problem with us putting up a fight against the whales? What is wrong with that? Now, yes, in... bloody got itches. In nature, the krill do not fight the humpback whales. They don't fight it. But you'll find that in some nature, the prey does try to fight back against the beast. They do. Yes, we're still going to lose, but that's absolutely fine. So, but yeah, I do agree they don't want us damaging the whales, but I still say, why can't we fight? Why can't we stand? Why can't they give us a ship we can use? Because at the end of the day, the whales have still got one of these. They've still got one. And because if a free-to-play player got one, a free-to-play player's got to take so long to grind it out, to level it up and get it to a decent power. Whereas a whale can just spend money like that and just do it. So we're still at a massive disadvantage. Us krill at the bottom, we're still at a massive disadvantage of the whale despite having one of these. So why not give us one of these that can actually fight a whale? Instead of a 10% decreasement for hitting players and hostiles, if hostiles is part of it, I will keep saying that bit, that's above our grade, above our ops level. Instead of taking that 10% off us, give us a 10% per level. Now that would actually make that cutting beam well worth it. Absolutely. Then I can only grind about the lower levels of it, but once I get it to the tier that I needed for my ops level, I can still start punching higher up with it, and it'll be fantastic. Now, when I get it to tier 7, not quite sure how much power. It might be a 20 million power Borg Cube by tier 7. Bearing in mind that my Newton's 36 million. So, but no, I mean, yeah, it's designed. I know it's designed to become the most powerful ship in the game, but at the minute, I really just do not see. Yeah, it's just another ship that's upgrading. Run a strike team. Don't worry about the motto. Yeah. I mean, once I eventually get the battleship strike team as well, I'd love to put it on that. Unstoppable. But then again, I'm still going to be unstoppable against another one. But I could use the Freeman crew on this one. So, with the kinetic weapons as well on it. So, I'm sure there'll be research in the future to add damage to the cutting beam. But I'd rather not have my Sanctus one-shot across the system by a whale. Yeah, I do agree with that one. And I do understand that the pain point for lower level players getting smacked and then having to foot the repair bill for their ship because their ship was being one-shotted. So this is what I say is like, even if it's not the cutting beam powerful enough to one-shot players, maybe 2 shots or 3 at least, but certainly not 20 shots, for God's sake. I mean, it's like when it comes to grading this thing at the end of the month, I can't argue. So it's going to be a fantastic ship. It's already been proven to me that it's a capable fighter and can run par with my other ships. But when it comes to PvP and using that when it comes to the cutting beam, it's a massive fail. A massive fail in my mind. But I don't know. Like I said, there's still at least another week of the arc, so maybe things could change in that week. I'm not counting on it, but hey ho. So just catching up there. So Paul, hey, welcome in, buddy. Spartan Ops 39. I'm guessing that's going to be an answer to someone else's question. Definitely should remove the tax on hitting higher op ships, though, especially with the fact that you can't back-to-back shots for a cutting beam. Exactly, you can't. That is another one. So now I've just seen a quick one that's caught my eye on the chat rather than me playing catch up. Is Nuts there saying I don't do PvP anyway. I do sometimes. If I get really bored in a game, I will OPC hunt warships and miners if I get really bored. So, but you're right. Generally, I don't do PvP. Bores the hell out of me. But then again, most of the game's boring me, so it's just like something different every now and again. But the problem is as well, the grind behind it to get the TDs, to get the alloys and the research stuff, it's just an extra grind added to the game. I'm actually struggling. I've not run my solo Armadas in 4 days, 3 or 4 days, because I'm struggling to keep up with this to get it upgraded. So, but I mean, that's not too much of an issue because it means I'm going to be able to run quite a few solo Armadas in one go. I've got enough loot at the minute to hold my own for a few more days. So, I do the missions. I do the missions. I've still got a couple of missions left to do. I mean, we'll probably sling one in to do tonight, actually. They'll probably have a forbidden tech upgrade for the future for the cutting beam. Yeah, and exactly, Dave. Welcome in. And definitely with the dollar signs. It's from TNG. Oh, right. The missions. Yeah, they're in the TNG section. Yeah, we'll like I say, we'll go into that shortly. The problem is there's no risk when using the beam. No, they're in. There is not. So, Pets, you have a 1 billion cube on your server. The cutting beam cuts absolutely every ship. Yeah, I can imagine that is. And no, Pets, I'm actually going to be interested. With that 1 billion cube, what tier is it? And what ops level's that player? So I'd be interested to know that a little bit. Skip the beam and run regular guns. Yeah, you can do. Nuts, absolutely. Hey, Borg, welcome in. Hey, ho. Did you bring your bloody tea this time? Me tea? No, I didn't bring my tea with me. I had that before I actually came. Hugh and the Derelict Cube is from TNG. Hugh's from TNG. The Derelict is actually from Star Trek Picard Season 1. It was a cube that was disabled, badly damaged and disabled. It was found and they decided to try and, repair it. So you can beam a warp out as well. Yeah, exactly. It's like go in, go, haha, boom, show you, I'm off. So, but yeah, I think that's just basically being a bit of an a-hole, really. So, a message I have to that's being held for review. Try a free booty or your dailies. I'm not going to try this thing against the freebooters just yet. I want it to be a higher ops level, a higher tier first before I send it against freebooters, because I don't like hitting the low ones. They're not really giving me much at the minute. I like the idea of the fact the cube moves up with my largest ship, especially if the cube works in solo modes. Hey, yeah. And that's another brilliant concept with it. It's designed to go with your high ship. But the one thing for me is I need a tier 6 rare to get this thing to tier 7. But how powerful is this going to be at tier 7 on par with my tier 6 Newton? Is it going to be just as strong? Or is it going to be slightly weaker? I don't know. So, hey, John, welcome in. Honestly, the tax should be in the punching down, not up. Exactly, Damien. And that's what I want. Use it, run a PvE crew. It's got a PvE crew on it already. You're also under tiered for your ops level. Yeah, that's the downside. Because obviously having to grind it out is under tiered at the minute. But, I mean, I really do hope that when I get to tier 7, that all my I'm hoping all the ranting and bad mouthing of this, I'm just going to turn around when I get it, say, hold my hands up and go, okay, yeah, I was wrong. I'm hoping to say that. I really am. I can't say that about the cutting beam when it comes to PvP, because it's not going to have the firepower just to deal with a level 46 rare ship. Literally not. So, but hunt the loot you need. Yeah, I can hunt the loot I need. The downside is the refinery will only do so much. I can only pull 3 chests. I pulled the 3 chests every single day. So hunting the loot is one thing. Refining it, that's where the big block is at the minute. So now you want me to use it. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I mean, I've got no issue with using it on stream. So now I will just say that obviously there are players who have said about when it comes to grinding this and getting the TDs is jumping between systems. Yeah, that's all well and good on if you can get the rhythm and you've got the time to stay in that rhythm. But for me, what really would irk me off is traveling between the systems all the time. So now it looks like there's a level 46 here just coming to do some grinding. So I definitely won't be doing that. And there's another battleship in there as well. So let's see. Right, can we reach that system yet? No, we still can't reach that system. But I'll tell you what I will do, actually. Oh, no, I've got the engine already upgraded, so I can't go any further than that. Hey, JT, welcome in. I bounce from system to system. It takes 4 seconds. Warp under a minute. Yeah, you see, warping under a minute. Yeah, it still bores me. It's like, really? It's like mining. I like the Voyager mining on the common samples. 6 seconds, done. Number 1 in the solo leaderboard at the moment. Nice. Find a swarm system. Yeah, I can find plenty of swarm systems, but it's whether they think the cube will be able to take them on. That's the issue I'm going to have. Let's have a look. So, right. So we'll have to change the crew over. Let's get Talan in, shall we? And replace Chen. I need to be right back at the beginning because I'm going to need a health officer. And Nero in there. And that'll give us some extra health. What irks me, every time you tear up, the cube has to hit a different hostile to charge it up. All that investigation I did out the window. Yeah, that is another one as well. It's like the number of times you've got to change change hostiles. So, and that was the bit that's frustrating me, and that's why I've been grinding out in Wolf 359. When it gets quiet in there, I'll happily grind out in there because I can use the cutting beam against the level 38 Federation ship in there while hitting all the others all day long. But yeah, I was hunting between Von Swan system and the Kite Fed system, but you're higher level than I am. Yeah, but the one thing is I may be a higher level, Dave, but the one thing is it's still not going to change the fact that my cube's still got to fight. So, and the one thing is even the level 40s, it's like taking me 3 level 40 ships to charge up my gun. Charge it up. So, any advice of where to charge a tier 6 cube? I mean, 41 Fed systems takes many hits to charge it up. If you can get it out to the level 46 system, level 42 systems, probably in G4 space, I'd probably say try there. But it's a case of just going and seeing where you can upgrade. So right, so let's see what charge we get on it in these things. You charge on 1 hit. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Not gonna lie, was not expecting that. Wow, thanks very much, Nuts. Wow. Now, obviously, I know for a fact I'm not going to get much in the way of... Oh, how much damage... Okay, so... so I can charge up, but then I'm going to have to jump to another system, aren't I? So we've got a Zati Prime next to us. Hit the swarms to charge the beam, yeah. So hit one of them. And then... And then jump to a Zati. Veneer up at the 36. Yeah, okay, let's say that sounds like a decent idea. Oh, my cube didn't actually warp out, so... Right, so bring that back. I've still got time to do some of that. I'm using T3 cube in high car kill, the 31 trader in 2 hits and recharging in 3 hits. Yeah, that's what I was doing, Paul, and I was just getting bored of it. So... Well, then again, I was finding the same problem in Wolf 359 as well. So, but if I can do this one, if the game will actually start bugging out on me. So, right. So, 34. So, the highest target we've got is a 35. So, let's quickly scan this one. 81,000. Oh, so I've got to hit these 2 times. Yeah, I got to hit these 2 times. Oh, I don't know why I did that. I really don't know why I did that. Bug off. We don't want to be doing that. So do that. Then I've got to go back. Oh, that's because... Hang on. It's the cube... Yeah, the cube's in a Zati. That's why. System is for T... This system's for T4 cube. Yeah. So you see, now this is where the problem I would have is... Yeah, it's a great recharge. Not a problem. But then it's going to find a... Then it's jumping systems. Yesterday went tier 5, charging Groombridge on a 40 trader, then killed a 39 interceptor in the same system. If no interceptor, would go to Deneb. All right, okay. So that's a tier 5. Okay, so there's an idea then for when I actually get up there, which will probably be, given the predicted path, I would probably be looking around about Christmas for that one, give or take. So right, so we've got a full charge, and then we've got to jump. Right, we're best off carrying on in Azati. And you see, this is where the problem is for me, is jumping back to the system and then finding my target. There he is. So this is kill swarm. Your cargo bay doesn't fill up as quick, so you can kill more. Yeah, and I suppose that is another good thing as well, is the fact that it doesn't take too much. You won't get as much cargo. So, because that's always going to be a good one, unless you actually want to use the cargo boosting crews. Now, got yeah, I found the closest system to me, but I could probably just leave. Now, this actually does seem like try swarm system Von. Could do Von. But I mean, I haven't looked at the cargo hold. So what am I getting? So I'm getting 100 TDs. So that's not too bad. I only need 9. No, I need 10 a day. Yeah, I think I could do that in 10 minutes. I think I could do that. Yeah, 50,000 nuts. I could definitely do that 10 a day. But it'd actually be more like 20 swarm to 10 hostiles in here in Azati. Kill a level in Azati, maybe you can one-shot it. The only one I'm going to be able to one-shot potentially is... No, not even that one. Not even the level 33. So if I wanted a target to one-shot, I would probably have to go... Let's have a look at these ones. 32 battleship. Let's have a look at this one. So I'd probably have to do this one. Go here. But then I'm going to be getting less than... It's all right, Dave. Not a problem. I'd be getting less than 100 TDs. And for me, it's about trying to get as many TDs out of one particular kill. So now what's going to be more efficient? Is it going to be me traveling it to here? Or is it a case of, is it going to be like just running backwards and forwards and smacking the same target twice just to actually get it in Azati? So that's what it's going to be for me. It's going to be that little thing. Thalma has no interceptor in it. No, right. That's the second time I've seen interceptor pointed out. Now, I'm going to ask a really stupid question. What have you guys noticed about interceptors when it comes to the Borg Cube? Because I'm sort of at a loss. Oh, less hull. Okay, I actually thought it was Explorers that had the less hull. So, but okay, so right, so we're going to go on that logic then. We'll go on that logic. So we've got interceptors in here. So let's have a look at the 34 in here. And that's 55. So that's going to be still 2. Don't know why I just clicked on my profile because I didn't mean to. So let's look at the 33s. Yeah. Okay, fair dues. So now let's send the Borg Cube all the way there. And then I need to find the correct level 35. Also, I can still do... I can pick whichever 35 system I want, really. So, triangle. Yeah, the triangle's actually against the Borg Cube on this one. Because obviously they're interceptors. So, now, we had 100 TDs from the last kill. So, let's see how many TDs we get off this particular one. So, now that's 82. Okay, so 1 in Swarm, 1 in here, go back, 1 in Swarm, come back here. So, okay, it's probably going to be about 12 kills, 12 of each. Okay, I can actually see that as working. I can easily get the time when my kids are at school just to sit there for 20 minutes going backwards and forwards. So let's have a look at this Explorer here. Yeah, 52,000. So no, so yeah, it's definitely a good idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to run some solo armadas as well. T4, you can't destroy a 36 interceptor. Can't you? Oh, I found my delay timer here. Right, so 40, 43. Great. So, you can destroy a 36 interceptor. Yes, I mean, I'll be able to get the extra TDs as we go along with that one. So, but, yeah, the one thing, yeah. Okay, so thanks very much for that one, guys, because I do appreciate that. And that's definitely what I'm going to be looking at. So, I've sent the cube home because we'll send it against some solo armadas now and see how well it can handle them. Yay! So I need to get the Newton. Actually, right, let's get the crews sorted out to what I normally have. Right, so we've got that crew for them, for that one. Then, oh, that crew's already set up, so put that in there. Then that crew's already, right, so we'll leave that crew in place for a minute. And the Borg Cube's still not right. Yeah, that's where I've already been. Nuts. I went to Janeway. That's where we got the interceptors. So it's a shame that I can't go after the 33 swarm interceptors, really. Because obviously they're going to still have a decent sized hull. Right, so swap. And I'm going to need that. Then I'm going to need their... Now the cube's not as powerful, so it's right down here. So... And I'm going to need Marcus, move you over, and Nero. Oh, just to give me the first level. Wow. Load of speed warp crew. Swarm target is so easy. Yeah, okay. I could do that. A speed warp crew for it. I've lost my trail of thought now, what I was doing. Here we go. So, right, so defense. Not got many options. Bloody away teams. And, oh, right, that's got enough on it. Right, so now my Borg Cube. How far can he go? So we can go to that one at least. But you can't get to that one. Okay, so now we're going to see how well it holds out against the Armadas in here. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, for God's sake. Right, so... Okay, so we'll send that over there. Yamato is going to do 50k regardless. Yeah. It's definitely going to do 50,000 regardless. So, right. Now, just to bring up a couple of announcements as well. The server merges that that Rev actually brought to everyone's attention have been... There's talk about putting them back. They've cancelled the 28th of November, and they're looking at bringing them back at the end of season 1 of the TC Battle Pass, which actually does make a lot more logical sense rather than merging servers, resetting territory halfway through a season. So, especially when alliances are not going to be able to actually complete the Battle Pass on the free line if the server merges go in between. But if they actually do the merges between the battle passes, I can see that sort of like being a staple when it comes to server merges. So every time a battle pass comes to an end, what servers are going to be merged? No, it doesn't, Paul. It doesn't get the same bonus, unfortunately. Even though it's a Borg ship, you would think it, but actually, no. Come to think of it, no. The answer is still no. But the Talios itself and the Vidar are specialty ships designed to actually go after the Borg. So even though we can use them in other aspects like other PvE, PvP, OPC hunting, and things like that, they technically are still aimed specifically at the Borg. So I've been in this system for ages. Now, in all honesty, right, I do not expect my cube to survive this. So But I mean, let's have a look at the hull of my cube. Oh, it's wobbling a little bit. So right, yeah, it's only got a 3.1 million hull. So, but it's still stronger. Despite the fact it's got less overall strength, its hull's actually stronger than the Titan. So, but it's never going to compete with the rest of them. So, right, let's have a look at this 43 then. Yeah, I'm actually close to having 7 armadas to do. So it's about 3 days. Now I'm going to do this without the Talios boost. So a Borg ship going after Borg ship doesn't work on solos. No, it doesn't work, unfortunately. But there is... It actually makes some sense. The Borg don't kill their own. They just sever the connection and leave them to their fate. So, but yeah. But there's a lot of helps going on at the minute. Oh yeah, I was just wondering why my shield's down. But yeah, the timer ran out, didn't it? So because I'm in Wolf 359, let's not tempt fate. Because there is a couple of players actively going around at the minute. So don't want to smack my base. Okay, let's see how good this bad boy does. How many beams would it take out those red dots? Oof. I dread the day. Okay, so my cube survived. It survived a level 43 uncommon. So let's have a quick look at the battle log. Yeah, I can easily if I can kill a level 35 swarm with the cube, then I can definitely take on a level 32 swarm. So 8 rounds. The Borg Cube actually took the first hit and lost 25,000 of his hull. Okay. The flagship went after the Borg Cube again and again. Then now it's gone after the Newton, then the Valdor to round out round 1. So, there we go. The Borg Cube's taking some more hits. So this is actually good now because we're already at 5 hits, and obviously we're definitely showing that the research that I've got is working in regards to mitigation and everything, because I'm not getting much hull damage from that blast. Both were charged to 100 shots. What do you mean by shots, nuts? That to be a little bit more specific with that one. Okay, so that's charging. Valdor, Newton. Valdor, Newton again. Oh, there we go. There's a cube and the Newton. But that's not bad, actually. 62,000 from a 1 million shot. That's actually pretty good. My cube is... my mitigation is certainly really... What? I must be operating... Oh, yeah, the Borg Cube's definitely firing. But obviously, the cutting beam's not going to... Oh, hang on. 776,499 divided by 1,090,589. Come on. Yeah, so 71%, 71% mitigation. So That's pretty good. So got the Valdor, and here's the Borg Cube. So firing 3 shots here. 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 shots. So that's one of its rounds where it only does 6 shots and not the 12. So the next round should be 12 blasts. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, no, so I think that was actually the 12 shotter. It took the report obviously took a break to get the shots in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, no, there's 9 shots on that one. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Another 9 there. So now, hang on a minute. Miles O'Brien is increasing the number of shots I'm firing. Look at Discord. Yeah, I haven't got my other phone with me. So just give me a second. Discord. When it loads up. So, oh yeah, there's a whole whack of maintenance announcements as well. So don't forget those glorious things. Right. Hang on. Oh, you're in the bar, that's why. 52 freebooter, nice. Okay, that's actually... I'm guessing you'd have easily got a 100% charge on that one. Now you can run Chakotay, Miles, and Card. Okay, then. So if I'm gonna put Khan, right? Hang on, Damien. I've missed the. Let me just get that caught up. I think Decius would be good as captain on the cube. I don't know. No. His captain's ability is aimed specifically at the Borg probes. So if we just go into officers, we can actually call him up and. What level is my Decius now? See, I don't actually use Borg Decius for anything. So other than away teams, he's higher than level 10. Surely to God. Or arranged by group. It's easier to find. Oh, he's only level 15. Tier 4, but level 15. Right, so when fighting a Borg tactical probe, 7 of 11 has a 20% chance of increasing the number of shots of each weapon by 2. So, yeah. That's up against the Borg probes only. And then 7 of 11 increases health of all officers on the ship by 90%. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely use him for his officer's ability if you wanted to. 5/7 DAX. DAX. I don't actually use DAX, so I can't remember what her abilities are. Jaxie DAX increases shield piercing, increasing your piercing by 700%. The health of officers against solo armadas, and increases weapon damage by 300% against solo armadas. So, yeah, it's not an atypical crew I would actually consider using, in honesty. Because obviously this is the formation I like using as my primary Armada crew, in fact generic Armada crew that I use. Obviously 5/11 for her mitigation stats, and then obviously with synergy with 6/11, and obviously his officer ability of increasing my piercing stats by 40%. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm just thinking if Dax would actually be a better option, because she's 700%, wasn't she? If I remember correctly. So it's just, yeah. You can run the cruise from the Scope homepage. Scope homepage? Are you on about on their website? I'll say, because I can't say I've ever seen cruise on that. Okay. Let's have a look then. So, Scopley's homepage. No, I can't see anything on there, because I've not looked. Right, I'll tell you what we'll do. Oh, wrong one. Put that one back on. And right. So where would I be looking for these particular crews? Because I've not got a clue where I would be looking for these particular crews. somebody's on Twitch. Go to the help section. Okay, so let's move myself out of the way a minute. You can tell I don't go around Scopley's website very often. Yeah. Okay. Where is the help section? I didn't even realize Scopley actually had a help section. Really? Check the event section. Okay. Events. So now you obviously you've got the multiphasic hunter. That's for when you actually go buying them. Yep, no help on there neither. No, just show more. Where do you normally go to find this section, Nuts? Because I really can't seem to find it. I mean, hell, there's not even a contact us. Nope. Not under there. Scopley support. Oh, okay. Yeah, so if you send the link and then we'll jump back into game. So, but right. Oh, I found it, did I? Yeah, that was actually looking on their terms of service, mate. I had to click on terms of service. Well, right. You know what? Another thing I found as well is going to be a bit of a ball ache when I start this second account is obviously not having background music because I don't want to risk the copyright claims. Because my channel is almost ready for full monetization when I hit that 1,000 subscribers. So if you do wish to join the channel as a member, obviously there is the join button available if you want to, or there is the links to PayPal or Cashapp as well in the description of the stream. But yeah, the channel is going to be ready for ad monetization soon, so which basically means Yes, you get to watch ads. I don't know how many times ads actually pop up during the stream for you guys. If it's not popping up at the moment, once I get over 1,000 subscribers, I'm sure it will. And if anything, that might just give me 100% on me gun already. So now scan this, and should be pretty powerful and probably a waste of a shot. Really? Yeah, 1 million. It's going to take a few pot shots for me to take care of that with the cube. So we'll send this back. So obviously the cube, realistically, as we've already mentioned on stream, is probably going to be more ideal when it comes to being at the relevant tier for you. So now, obviously, you've just seen me click a claim all button. We have also had that added in this week. And what also caught my eye at the time, and shout out to Bandit on this one. I don't think he's actually in chat yet because he's not said anything. Is all these had a claim all button on it as well. And I thought, you know what? Just for the sheer hell of it, I'm actually going to click on it. And nothing happened. So when I was going to do the video and about this claim all, I actually had this little intro planned in my head where I was going to start doing like a salesperson trying to sell this, click the claim all, and get all these packs for so like $1,700 for the stations and buildings, and obviously round it down, taking off that 1 cent each for each and every pack. So it sounds like you actually got a better deal, and all you have to do is click the claim all button. And I was going to click it and nothing happened. And then I was going to say, oh, well, you never mind. Then walk off screen and then just roll the credits and then walk off screen and go, and Scopely, and another thing, Scopely is screwed up. And then just roll the intro after that. But obviously they took the claim all button off this, so I couldn't actually do that. But hey-ho. So now, I don't normally plug this, this thing in. But given the fact that we had the Gold Rush yesterday, I want to just mention this particular pack. Now, I'm not going to buy this because I haven't got $50 to spend. But this is actually a pretty decent pack. Obviously, what you're going to see here could differ to what pack you get. It depends on your server's age and your ops levels and generally things like that. But the pack itself is not particularly too bad. I mean, there's like a nice amount of titanium in it, an absolute nice amount. Materials are, yeah, they're okay. Not the best, but at least it goes down to G3, and then obviously you get some G3 parts and some G4 survey parts. Nice. Just what we've always wanted. But the Ferengi whip itself is actually quite good. I mean, we did show it off, cover it in a video on the whip. So, I mean, that was last month as well. So obviously do check that video out when you're at your convenience and when you want to have a look at it. But yeah, I definitely would recommend it. I can't say that it's not without its downsides. It obviously the whip has got a downside. The fact it applies to your feature, but the number of stuff that you can actually do with it without a problem is actually quite good. So, and then the refinery it comes with is, like I said, watching Rev's video earlier, the pull rate's pretty crap, but what you actually get in that refinery is actually definitely worth it. So it's definitely worth the $50. Absolutely. To be perfectly honest, it's actually worth a hell of a lot more than that. A lot more. The whip was the only thing I bought except the battle pass and sometimes the FP It was absolutely worth it. Nuts, have you got 2 YouTube accounts? So please don't do that because you'll end up confusing me. So now I did say that we'll talk about data as well during the stream. So I better recall the Newton. Double nuts today. You'll be all right. Yes, Dave. You can ask a small favour. I'm guessing you want me to go cover something. I want to get the whip, but I can't even get a feature, so no point right now. The whip has its does have a couple of other uses. Click on your inbox envelope once. Inbox envelope? Whereabouts, Dave? Bottom left. All right, yeah. Right. The battle logs. What are you? What is it you after, Dave? I shouldn't drink too much of this because I'll be up half the night. Oh, the destruction reports tab, yeah. I've got nothing in here yet. I don't even know what this is actually for, in all honesty. No, it actually came in at the beginning of this month. It's for the hazard systems. Okay, so that would make some. Why though? What? Oh, hang on. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Now I'm clicking onto G6 and hazards. Yes, because hazards will damage your ships to the point they potentially could destroy them. Now, obviously, your ship has not been in a fight, so it wouldn't go under quote unquote battle logs. It would have to go under here. So yeah, thanks, Matt. That actually makes a lot of logical sense. Even I wasn't sure what that was for, but that does actually make some logical sense. Now I actually think more into it. So, is the Borg Cube research like the X-Borg research only works the next day, or is there any certain research? No, no worries, Dave. As far as I'm aware, with the new research, it's like my cube's not even bloody in here. It should apply straight away, but obviously you'll probably see it more when you take your ship out of dock and redock. But you should be able to see it straight away. Right, let's get these two repaired. I'm going to blow a little bit of latinum here. I shouldn't really because it's expensive, but I'm not fussy about that right now. So let's actually see if we can find a piece of research that we can actually put through and have a look and see what it does. So research, Borg, right, armor defenses, right. So what I would definitely say that we could definitely do is look at this one. I mean, it's only a 10% increase I'm going to actually get. Woohoo! All for 10%. That's just increasing base damage. That's increasing energy weapon damage and kinetics. So I've still got them to actually put through. That's critical damage against players and critical chance against players. Okay, so we can look at the hull and we're looking at it for a 10% increase. So what we'll do is we will bang in a low powered ship, because we should be able to see the increase from this. So if we say, let me think. I'm just trying to think where we could potentially see an increase. It'll probably be better off with the Rialto, actually. So the Rialto at the minute, it's got a 104.05 thousand hull. Now, I'm not quite sure what its base level would be. Okay, so the hull health bonus is 3,709. Obviously, that's with the officers. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the base level will be. But what we want to be seeing is at least a change in that. I mean, it might be just that 0.05 we see the change in. So let's rush a piece of research through. We'll do this one. If we can just use the right amount of latinum. Because I don't want to overdo the latinum a little too much. Oh, monkeys. Just use an hour speed up. I'm not fussy about the speed ups. So we go back into here. And we're going to go for the hull boost. And we can speed this one up. And take a 3 hour. And what was that extra percentage? Okay, so I'll tell you what, we'll go. Let's see how far we can take this. Right, so we can't go any further with that because we haven't got enough. So that's too low. So that's a 20% increase. So then what we should see. Yeah, there we go. So it's gone from 104.05 up to 104.76. So it's actually increased by, 710. It's increased by 710 hull health points, that 20%. So that's applied straight away. So, yeah, all the research should apply straight away, unless it specifically states it starts the next day, or something that actually affects like your dailies. If it affects your dailies, then yes, it like the syndicate does. That will take effect the following day. But when it comes to things like in the syndicate, where it's your generators giving you that extra hull health bonus, or whatever it is the bonus on generators A and B give you, that will take effect straight away. So as soon as you unlock that syndicate level and the generators are at the required level for it to activate, it'll kick in straight away. So I've never known research to happen the following day. But, I mean, anything's actually possible with Scopely. So, a research event. Yay! That's another thing that needs updating. So, but, right, I need to bang in another piece of research to be done for tomorrow. I don't know why I'm in here, because I need to be doing the other ones now for the rest of the week. Right, so I'm best off getting you done. So how much have I actually got in medals? They've made that number too bloody small now. Just under 6.1 million medals. Wow. I've actually got quite a few medals. I could do a fair whack of research in here over the next few days. Piercing level 10. Oh, yeah, right. So that's where I'm going to end up needing to go further. Have I still got these to sort out? Oh, yeah. So, Explorer Piercing, Advanced Explorer, Unstoppable Explorers. All right, okay. Yeah, so I've got some of these I could actually be getting on with over the next couple of days. So, now, the one thing as well, Bandit did actually put this in video ideas, was as much as we criticize Scopely for everything that they do wrong, and it's quite a lot, we don't actually mention the good things that they do. Hey, Tacos, welcome in. We don't actually give them credit for the stuff that they do very often. So, like, we've just had the update with the Claymores added in, but yet, was it all roses and sweet-smelling sweets? No, it wasn't. It actually came with a catch, which was a massive piss take. So it's brilliant the fact that they gave us this Claymore button in the gift section, but the problem is it's locked behind Syndicate 21. And I didn't realize this at the time of recording that video. And I think that's a little bit of a shitty deal. Now, because it's all ticked off, I can't figure out what's what. So 29, 28, so 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. So I'll move it closer to Grush. So this near box is 21, but yeah, it doesn't actually say anything there about getting this new UI update. Why? They locked the thing behind Syndicate 21, but they don't actually put a little tab there to say, you get a new Claim All button in your gift section. Okay, thanks, Scopely. And I wanted to praise them for everything that they do, that they have actually done for the game. But it's like, how many other things have they added to the game for player benefit where there's been a catch? The Treasury was another one. It's a good addition to the game and everything. Give the players a chance to get like high levels of Latinum, more resources and everything. But yet they limited it to how much you can get based on how much you spend. Really? It's just ridiculous. The ability to jump servers. Well, you can only do that at Ops 12. You've got to do it before Ops 12. Hey, Mark, welcome in. Does anyone know where we get the epic Fleet Commander credits from? Never seen them anywhere. Thanks. You'll get them from the Epic Borg Refinery Solo and Marder chests. When your command center reaches level 50. Yeah. When your command center reaches level 50. Oh, is it Ops 51? Ah, right. Well, I knew somewhere in the I knew it was at the 50s. I thought it was command center 50. So, but anyway, speaking of the command center, right? Since they've released G6, and that's another thing as well. Yeah, they've increased that to level 60 as well. Oh no, it's actually stayed at 60, not gone up to 70. It is just, I mean, don't worry about it. I'm at that same point myself. Oh, in 2 days I can go 39. Woohoo! Wow. But that's another thing I found. I was thinking about the Borg Cube, right? So this thing goes all the way to Op 70. Your G6 Epic, Tier 12, if I remember correctly. No, sorry, Tier 18. Tier 18. So a maxed out Epic in the G6 region. And your Borg Cube will be the most powerful ship in the game. It'll be the most powerful ship you own. What happens when they release G7? Are they going to scale the Borg Cube in conjunction with Tier 7? Are they going to do that? Drop your comments. Let me know. What do you think about that one? Are they going to scale it? Okay, we have to say this right now. We all know what the answer is going to be. But if they drop G7, will they scale the cube with it? Or is this another ship that when you finally get into G7, it's redundant? So I'll give you a moment to drop comments, and then I'll read all the comments out, what we get. Oh, no, JT, they would have thought that far ahead. They do think that far ahead. They want to know how they're going to screw you over in 2 years' time. So I think they're more prepared like 18 months in advance, but there'll be somewhere sketched out on a napkin somewhere, G7. The letters, the alphanumeric system, G7. No, they haven't released a roadmap yet. I'm not expecting that till the end of December like they did last year. We were supposed to be getting them every 6 months. Yeah, that's changed. So, fun fact, you need Ops 90 to level the cube up to Tier 18. No, you don't need Ops 19, mate. Ops 90. It's Tier 18, level 19, level 90. So, but, right. So, jump back in. No, they would drop an upgrade Borg sphere or something else. Yeah, I mean that's a distinct possibility. Drop a sphere in which is more powerful than a cube. So going with Scopley's logic, yeah, they would actually do that. Exactly the same as what happened to the Vidar. Yeah, I agree. Although I believe there is already an Op 66 in the game. No, 64. 64 is the highest in the game so far. Unless he has actually gone to 66 in the last 2 days. But no, as far as I'm aware, 64 is the highest we've got so far. And he has a tier 4 Akira, which is the G6 Uncommon Federation ship. The next ship in G7 will be 8472. Yeah. Okay, night, Paul. Thanks for joining us. By the time G7 comes out, everybody will need a Borg Cube computer just to play the game. Let's not even get onto that. Seriously, I do not want to rant about that. So it's brilliant for the US servers that they got the opportunity to get this if they actually win one of those top two prizes, 2 out of all the players. But to me, it's a bit of a shit deal for those in APAC and the EU servers. It is a bit of a shit deal. Sorry, guys, we're just keeping the computer for the US servers, whereas the rest of you around the world will just get T-shirts and hoodies. And I'll tell you what, if I happen to win a hoodie, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to send back to him and says, right, I'll tell you what, you've won me a hoodie. You want me to wear it? I want you to put with Admiral Pegasus on it. I want you to make sure that's written on mine. So I won't hold my breath on the computer. They'll give it to a spender. It probably will be a spender. Because it won't be surprised if the more of these tokens you actually get, the better chances in the raffle you'll actually have. So, could have the VOF in the game. No, that's against doctrine. That's against doctrine. They don't want to interact with lower life forms in any way, shape, or form, for the risk of contamination of their superior intellect. Yeah. And I am being sarcastic. But no, I mean, we could have the VOF in the game. It would be interesting to see what they do with that. So, an interesting set. But yeah, I'm really curious about the cube on how high it'll go. On a side note, that would be a great fight, VOF versus Borg. Borg would win it hands down. What's with today's update? Hi Sam, welcome in. Tier 8, I want Vija. Tarkus, that's not a bad suggestion. However, I'm not quite sure how they would bring that into the game. Having that 1,000 light year square cube, mega cube, was one thing. Having the Doomsday machine the size of a solar system was another. Yeah, all right, whatever. But it's not silly, mate. But I'm just not quite sure how they'd add it to the game. I suppose they could do it as a ship, because technically it is a ship. But Sam, to answer your question on today's update, nothing. The update that we had in the app stores was basically to add a claim all button here. That's it. That's pretty much what the update was. But to get that button, you need to be Syndicate level 21. Yeah. Syndicate 21. I'll tell you one thing though, this has made pulling these a hell of a lot easier in the morning. 3 buttons and I'm done. So, I mean, there's other areas where they could actually add the claim all, but they've not done that yet. So you're level 18. And yeah, don't worry, mate. I mean, to be perfectly honest, all it is just a little button that just makes claiming those particular chests a little bit easier. Other than that, it doesn't really serve much purpose. Yeah, and I'm not quite sure what else they updated because they didn't actually put a patch notes out for it, which is unusual because they usually do put patch notes out for the mid-arc update. So, but then again, the communication in the minute's not exactly been great. I mean, the fact that we're being told that servers are going down for a little bit of time for some back-end maintenance, no player-facing maintenance. Yeah, I think they really need to do something because, like, this morning, I mean, it's like 12 to 14 hours ago, the game was very difficult to play. Very difficult to play because of the sheer amount of lag in the game. Go figures. But I don't understand where all that lag came from. Literally don't. Usually we get lag like that when they're actually prat-arsing about with the servers. Your server's undergoing maintenance in 10 hours. Yeah, Sam, that's what I thought you meant. Syndicate 18. Yeah. Yeah, so Mark, in all honesty, write down a few things you might want to talk to your missus about. If that's if you have a missus, or you could have a husband, or yeah, or you could have a penguin. Anything's possible in this day and age. Do we think Mr. Cochrane will make an appearance as an officer, increasing warp distance by 1,000%? I don't think so. 1,000% is being very, 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 very generous. 1,000% would mean even I can reach G6. Hell, it would literally mean an Ops 39 could reach G6 if it wasn't for the level lock routes. So yeah, I mean, I literally love the idea of Dr. Cochrane coming into the game and being a warp distance booster, a warp range increaser, like Grush, TOS Scotty for Explorers, and Cadet Scotty. I do like the idea. But yeah, no, I don't think so. It's like I'm looking at the potential officers they're going to introduce next month. Worf and Riker. That's what I'm looking at. What are they going to be? I'm curious who are the next two officers, 2 or 3 officers in December arc. Maybe an Armada officer for Pick Ensign Data. Riker and Worf. Now, how do I know that without being an NDA? Because I haven't got the NDA, so I don't actually know for 100% sure. Missions. The last round of missions. What uniforms was Riker and Worf wearing? What uniforms were they wearing? And then if you notice the uniform Beverly Crusher was wearing during the missions. Mr. Hawk. Yeah, no, I don't think Lieutenant Hawk's coming in. He was a throwaway officer. He was a throwaway character in the film. So the fact he even had some lines is a miracle. But no. Like I said, if you did the missions, was it the Unfamiliar? And if you notice the uniforms of Worf, Riker, and Crusher was the only one wearing a TNG uniform. Riker and Worf was wearing the First Contact uniform. Now, as far as I've heard, there's missions in the TNG. Let's have a quick look. And obviously, we'll run these missions. I'll put Discovery out, and we'll waste some go-go juice jumping around. So Next Generation. So what we got? Where's the claim? Oh, okay. Oh. Ah, okay. I'd like to see a Borg faction in the game. So would I. I'd like to see all the Alpha Quadrant species. I'd like to see like a Ferengi faction. That would be interesting. Even if it's not a faction where they have combat ships, but like a faction similar to like what they did with the Bajorans. I'd like to see that one. Jump, 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 crisscross. Huh? Mark, what on earth are you on about? Jump, 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 crisscross. Okay. A Gorn faction. Meh. We don't know too much about the Gorn. Computer begin new program. Yeah. No, I thought there was some missions dropped. I saw a notification about some missions. I'm guessing they just updated additional missions into this. That's it. So obviously we're not going to be able to see it. But no, if you did see the officers join the mission, the Unfamiliar, Mission Impossible. Yeah, exactly. Dr. Crusher was still wearing the TNG uniform from the days on the Enterprise D. But Worf and Riker wasn't. So I think Riker and Worf are coming next month. That's what I generally think. Of course, I'll be laughing if I'm wrong. I'll be pissing myself even more if I'm actually right. But yeah. Impossible to say right now. But yeah. So, but now if we actually look at the officers that we actually are getting this month, that we have got available this month, maybe an interesting slip up by Scopley. Yeah. Well, no. Well, actually, yeah, I could see the slip up. I could see the slip up. That the art department, when they did the missions, didn't update Crusher's uniform. But they're now to give us like 3 officers coming next month. Fair dues. Okay, I'll go with that. But you never know. It could have been one of those unintentional drops. So not unintentional. They actually intended to have it like that. And see if players pick up on it. They're the 2 officers coming next month. I mean, it makes logical sense to me. But I don't know. I mean, it depends what you guys think about it as well. So now, as you can see with Picard, I'm only 34 shards short of actually getting him. Now, if I remember the milestones correctly from the weekend, that is literally going to be a tier a 3rd milestone on the SMS. considering LaForge, Beverly, Riker were in First Contact, I'd say 2 of these. Yeah, but Worf was in First Contact as well. He was in command of the Defiant and then came over to the Enterprise. Because he's the one who threatened Picard on the bridge by saying, if you was any other man, I would kill you where you stand. So, Worf was a special Defiant officer. Yeah. I used the new Picard with Data and Janeway to kill Romulan heavies. Worked pretty good. Yeah, now you see, this is what I'm also looking at when it comes to getting Picard. Like I say, I've got a damn good chance of getting him this weekend. And if I do, obviously I will put a video out. And I will go out guns blazing on the Saturday just to do it. Saturday evening just to do it. Got the Latinum. I think I've got enough materials to do it. Or better yet, there's potentially just like, maybe the Academy would be enough for me. Maybe I've got enough to do the R&D as well at 47. Instead of waiting until New Year to claim the ops, I'd just claim it at the weekend. So, but yeah. I guess I need to watch it again. Yeah, I've watched it too many times. That's how I know too much. I mean, it's like I have a volunteer come and come spend a little time with me on a Tuesday morning now, and it's not going to affect the patch notes video because I'll still be doing them. We can adjust for that. But we sit down and we talk, and even he was saying he was shocked about how much my memory. WTF? Sorry, I'm just watching a guy walking down the road with a wheelie bin. Now, for our American friends, if you don't know what the concept of a wheelie bin is, basically it's an oversized trash can with wheels on it, which we use for our trash trucks, as we call them, bin wagons. Basically, you just put it on the back of it and it tips up. But he was just walking down the street with it. We had the recycling picked up today in my area, but and he's still walking around because I can hear it. Bodying it. No, it's too light today. You could tell by the noise how heavy these things are. It's very loud, so which means it's very light. There's nothing in it. But I know the guy 2 doors up from me, his mother's moving out. They're selling the house. So they've got a big sign on the window saying, moving sale, everything's got to go when it stops raining. So they're moving out. So, and to be honest, I could probably say good riddance on that one. But let's get back into the comments. I don't like them, but the Kazon seem very popular as a race and were regular in the first 4 seasons of Voyager. The first 3 seasons, yes. Season 4 is when 7 of 9 came in, and this is where we started bringing the Borg in. Season 3. Hang on. Let me think. Hang on. Season 1 was the Kazon, the introduction with the Kazon. Quick mention about the Vidians. Season 2 was more the Vidians. And then season 3 saw the Kazon come in as well. And yeah, so season 3. And then season 4 is where we started working towards the Borg. Hang on, let me just... No, well, hang on. No, because Scorpion was the end of season 3, beginning of season 4, because 7 of 9 was in Voyager for 4 years. Kez was only in for 3 years. No, so the Borg came in towards the end of season 3. My God. Yes. Right, so season 1 with the introduction to the Kazon and everything, and season 1 did not have the traditional to be continued at the end of it. It was like the normal for the first couple of seasons, where they jumped into the next season because they had they had the holodeck issue where Tuvok and Tom was trapped on the holodeck with. No, hang on. No, that was the end of season 2. When was Basics? Oh my god. No, Basics was in the middle of season 2. Oh my lord. Now I'm getting confused about when things are in Voyager. I'll have to look it up. I don't want to keep going over trying to figure out the seasons of Voyager. But no, say yeah, you could bring the Kazon in, I suppose. But yeah. Learning Curve was season 1. Yeah, that's the name of the episode, Learning Curve. So yeah, because Seska jumped ship season 1, didn't she? She jumped ship season 1. Season 2 had Basics in it, parts 1 and 2. No, it was the end of season 2. Don't forget the Herodian. Oh yeah, they came in like season 5. Evening Card, welcome in. They came in like season 5. Or was it season 4? Because they were chasing that. The first time we had the introduction to the Kazon was the subspace relays. So, but right. So quickly back onto the comments then. When can we see Picard, Picard, and Picard E on the bridge? Yeah, I can't give you an answer to that one because Picard I haven't got. If I had him, then I would put all 3 on the bridge. I would put all 3 on the bridge just for the sheer hell of it. And I'm sure some people would actually do that one just for the sheer hell of it. So I use Janeway holographic dots and toys on the bridge. I can hit regular and heavy trader with this crew without a second ship. Yeah, I can as well. Although I don't actually use the holographic doctor on the bridge. I refuse to. I want him for his loot. Literally, that's what I want him for. But yeah. He's going camping. Yeah, no, I'm not, like I said, I'm not quite sure where he was going, but it's very rare that I see weird stuff happening down my street. It's a very, but it's sort of like a main road connecting up with a high street at the top and a cemetery down at the other end. But yeah, it's a pretty boring area. Nothing really happens. So, but there were 2 free spaces left in the station. What could there be in the future? Well, there are definitely going to be 2 more buildings. What they're going to be, I do not know. And don't worry about your spelling of the word Crenham. I don't even think I could spell it off the top of my head. I think it's an I instead of an O. I think. I definitely don't remember seeing an O in it, but and as for the Herodian, yeah, we've got the Herodian in the game, but yeah, they're like a nomadic species, just going around hunting people. Where their women are, and I don't know, and where the younger children are, I don't know, but yeah, but no, say the Crenham. No, I can't see them bringing them in unless they'll plan on expanding the DQ sector even more. So, but yeah. If you use regular Picard as captain, shouldn't it increase the isolated damage if Picard E and E data as officers? No. No. And I'll tell you why. Do you think we'll see Tuvix? No. And as for the Malon, you might get them as scavengers, but that's about it. Similar to the Ferengi. Let's have a look. TNG crew. So I know what you're trying to, where you're coming from. Oh my God, where are they? I've passed them, Anna. Here we go, TNG. Here he is. So, make it so. Increases the effect of all officer abilities that trigger in combat by 20%. So, actually, I stand corrected. You know what? Should we put this one to the test? Should we actually put this one to the test? DQ, deep space token from the bloody Voyager left. But for what? Huh? Going back to last week, did you find a better place to grind the cube, as you must be level 3 or 4 now? Well, it's a level 15 now, tier 3. And yeah, we actually found it earlier in stream that using the level 35 swarm systems, all I do is kill one swarm and I get 100%. And then I just have to fly to another system and find an interceptor that has less than 50,000 hull, so I can blow it up in one shot. It's going to be a pain in the ass to go backwards and forwards in warp flight, but I've destroyed the Blood Voyager. Oh, right, the Silver Voyager. Right, yeah, the Silver Voyager. You get these warp tokens. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on with them at the minute, but I'm sure there's a plan somewhere in a plan. That's in a plan. That's in a plan. That's on a napkin. So, but yeah. One space in the station sounds like it would be the odd currency dump station coming, like a trash compactor on the Death Star. Possibly. So, who wants me to test this out? Does Picard actually increase the amount of isolytic damage by 20%? Who's interested to see if we can actually get this one? Because I'm actually intrigued. Maybe for Op 70 plus player for high level systems. No, it won't be for something like that. There'll be something in mind. It might just be something like the higher level systems that none of us have actually got access to yet. I could be huge for ISO damage. Yeah, it would be. And for me, that would actually give me some prevalence to actually using Picard as well. So what we're going to do, let's bring the cube back. And then I'm going to bring out the Newton. So I want data. I want Janeway. And then you scroll all the way. There was after discovery, weren't there? Yeah, here we go. Picard. So, let's see. Now, what I will do is, hey, never close your eyes. Welcome to chat. Go north. Well, what I want to do is I want to find in fact, to be perfectly honest, the Wolf system would actually be just as good to do it with. So, first of all, what we're going to do is we are going to put Gorkin in command just for this. So we get the base isolytic damage that we're doing. So we'll go out, blow this 38 up. The increase ISO, it won't increase ISO by 20%. It'll increase, let's say, 20% of 10%. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be much of an increase. But the one thing is we will use the calculator to actually show it off. So now let's put Picard in there and then send it back out again to destroy another 38. And then we'll look at the two battle logs. We'll compare them. So repair. I shouldn't use this much latinum because I'm definitely going to need it. Group. Ferengi, Klingons, Next Generation. So there's Picard, and I mean we all saw in that my impulse speed looks slow. Meh. I haven't got Picard, I haven't got Admiral Kirk in the hot seat though, so that probably doesn't help matters. So that's the two targets. You were shocked that you unlocked them both. No, that's brilliant, Damien. Well done. Like I say, I'm looking at getting Picard this month, this coming weekend, if I play my cards right. So, battle log. Oh, okay. It was a one-shotter. I mean, look at that, doing 1.5. What is it? I fired a 1.4. Hang on, let me add that one up. 0.5, 1.8 million shot. So, right. There we go. Right, so if we do 352 132 divided by 1455091. So we are looking at 24.2%. All right, 24.2% of isolytic damage. So if we check on the other battle log, you're 3 shorts of Picard after the battle pass. Yeah, I'll say the battle pass is also going to give me an extra, what, I can't remember how many it was. So, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. So again, 1 round. Well, there we can already see a difference. We can already see a difference. So let's bring up the calculator because the numbers are still going to be there. It is going to be the grayed out numbers, but you can tell that the shot fired was a 1.455 million shot before isolytic. Well, granted, the damage this shotgun does is less by what? 105,000. It's less by 105,000, but the isolytic damage of the previous battle log was 352,000. This is 30,000 more. This is 30,000 more. So we're already looking at a substantial increase already. So now 24.2%. So let's do this. 3882,094 divided by 1350156. 4% increase. That's 2% off data, 2% off Janeway. Because let's move the calculator over. Enterprise E, 10%. Janeway, 10%. How do you get so many epic shards? I have 24 at the end of the pass. Yes, a mess on the SLB. But I will say the only reason I've got 66 at the minute is because I have done the treasury, which has given me enough latinum to actually clear off a load of research. It's about 13 years worth of research I've been able to clear off. Well, actually, I haven't even done it all yet. I've done about 7 years worth of research so far. That's about it. That's 7 years worth, 7 years of time worth. Nice one, Mark. Congratulations, buddy. 7 years worth of time I've actually knocked off my research. So, yeah, I'm in a pretty strong position to actually get some more shards. I'm not going to score high in the leaderboards, but bloody hell. But yeah. But no, so looking at this then, putting Picard on is a massive increase. Now, I'll tell you what, right? We are gonna go even further with this one. 8th place in the leaderboard last time. Nice one. And the second to last milestone on the SMS. That's not too bad, that. Taking Voyager to tier 7 got me the unlocks. Yeah, I'll be doing that as well at the weekend. I've got 2 components on Voyager to do to take it to tier 7. So I'll be doing that as well. My research is crapped. 849 days. So Ops 49, 890 days. Well, my research, my building efficiency is at a point where I could do Ops 47 in 333 days. Obviously, with the number of helps that I've had as well. And it's only been a couple of days, and I'm down to about 270 days. So I've lost around about I lost about 57 days in speed up in helps for my alliance. So, but now there is one other thing I want to look at, and I'm actually kind of curious if this is going to work. I was 240,000 points short, but I had no more gas or autospin. Ouch! It's always the case, and you always get to that last point and you just ran out of juice. So the new Picard would be even more noticeable because it's boosting isolated damage. Yeah, it is. So now I'm going to see what this one does, because I am very curious. Having a 20% boost on 2 individual cards each is one thing, but let's have a look what this one does. If we can get the calculator to move so I can actually get the battle log. And scroll up. Okay. So let's just confirm. John Luke's got the 120% due to the synergy from Crusher. So 382,880 divided by 1455816. Ooh, it's actually less by 2%. Now, I know why this is. I know why this is. Because we haven't got that 10% off Janeway. So basically, what Picard's ability is having to do is he's taking Data's ability and doubling it and then adding that 10%. So basically, it's making Data, both Janeway and Data, into one. That is what Jean-Luc Picard's ability is doing. It's taking both Data and Janeway and putting them into one. So it's a dataway. A dataway. Or a Janeta. Whichever way you want to look at it. And then they're adding that 20% on. So you've lost the 2% as it is because you haven't got the two separate officers getting that 2% getting that 20% bonus on each. So instead of it being 12% for Data, 12% for Janeway, it's actually 22% for Data in total. So there's an interesting one. But yeah, so Jean-Luc Picard actually does work and increases the isolated cascade of your officers. Imagine how well that's going to be when Data and Janeway actually get tiered up. That's going to be tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Wonder if it'll do the same just for Janeway. It will do, yeah, it will do the same for Janeway. It's exactly the same. But obviously Jean-Luc Picard has to be in command. So, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth looking at more on that one, see what that does. So I'll look at some more tomorrow if I get the opportunity. So, but anyway, I'm going to call it a time there. So thank you for coming on to join me on the show, everybody. Don't forget to smash the like button on the way out and click the subscribe button as well if you haven't already. If you do wish to donate to the channel, like I say, the links are in the stream's description. PayPal, Cashapp is the easiest way to get the full 100% of your donation straight to the channel. There is the join button as well here on the channel to become a channel member, like Damien who's in chat, and Spartan, who's also been in chat earlier on. So yeah, if you want to click the join button, by all means, please, it's much appreciated. But thank you everyone for coming to join me. Not quite sure what the next video will be. It'll probably be the weekend with Picard and showing him off with Data as well, and also potentially running it with Jean-Luc Picard, putting both Picards on the bridge. We'll have a look at that one. But anyway, thank you for coming. I'm Admiral Pegasus. This is the Pegasus Show. Stay safe, live long and prosper, and I shall catch you on the next video. Take care, guys. Goodbye.